Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of shaping us in ways we don't always see, let alone understand. Behind every smile, every strong front, there lies a story, and sometimes that story is filled with chapters no one would choose to write. Today, I want to speak about something that too often remains unspoken: the signs of mental abuse in a woman's life. Not to dwell on despair, but to shine a light, to create awareness and to foster hope. The first sign is a subtle one, the loss of self-worth. She might speak in half measures, as though her words lack value. Her dreams, once vibrant, now seem to have faded into the background. It's as if she's been convinced that her presence is a shadow, rather than the light she truly is. Second, you'll see the fear in her hesitation. Simple decisions become mountains she's afraid to climb. It's not that she's incapable, it's that she's been made to feel so. When you're constantly second-guessed, doubted or belittled, the natural response is to shrink, to question even your most basic instincts. The third sign is the need to please at all costs. She might go out of her way to avoid conflict, sacrificing her own peace to maintain harmony. This isn't kindness, it's survival. Somewhere along the way she's learned that the price of displeasure is too steep to pay. Fourth, there's a silence that speaks volumes. When you ask her how she's doing, her answer might be, "I'm fine," but her eyes tell a different story. She's learned to mask her pain because sharing it has led to dismissal, or worse. It's a silence born not of peace but of fear. Finally, there's the invisible weight she carries. It's in her posture, her voice, her very presence. It's the burden of words unsaid, dreams deferred, and emotions suppressed. It's as if the world has told her to be smaller, quieter, less than she is. And for too long, she's believed it. But let me tell you something. Resilience is a remarkable thing. Beneath those scars lies a strength that even she may not yet realize. The road to healing is not easy, but it begins with recognition. It begins with someone saying, "I see you, I hear you, you matter." If you see these signs in someone, don't look away, reach out, even if it's just to remind her that she is more than the sum of her struggles. And if you see them in yourself, know this: you are not alone. The power to rise, to reclaim your life, is within you. Because no matter how dark the chapter, the story isn't over yet. And the woman who emerges from that darkness, she will be unstoppable. In the quiet corners of our lives, unseen by the world, we all fight battles that words cannot fully describe. These are the silent struggles, the worries, fears, and doubts we carry in our hearts. They may stem from a loss we haven't fully processed, a dream that feels impossibly out of reach, or the weight of expectations we cannot seem to meet. Often these battles are fought alone, behind the masks we wear to protect ourselves from judgment. We smile when we are hurting, say "I'm fine" when we're not, and push forward when all we want to do is rest. Yet in this silence lies a profound strength, a resilience that speaks to the depth of the human spirit. Acknowledging these battles begins with compassion. It's a reminder that everyone we meet is carrying something, whether it's visible or not. That quiet co-worker, the impatient stranger, or even the loved one who seems distant. They all have stories, challenges, and unseen scars. By extending grace to others, we also give permission to acknowledge our own struggles. It is in this recognition that we find healing, for when we embrace our vulnerability, we create space for courage and growth. Let us not be afraid to offer a kind word, lend an ear, or simply be present. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give is our understanding. In a world that often values strength as stoicism, let us redefine strength as the ability to endure and the willingness to connect. Together, we can create a culture where silent battles are met not with silence, but with kindness and support. Beneath the surface of every individual lies a complex tapestry of experiences, both joyous and painful. Invisible scars, though unseen by the eye, leave deep imprints on the soul. These scars, etched by past events, struggles, or relationships, silently shape how we perceive ourselves and interact with the world. For some, these scars are born from childhood wounds, words that cut deeply, or a lack of the nurturing that builds confidence and security. For others, they arise from betrayal, loss, or moments of failure that echoed louder than the triumphs. Over time, these experiences mold the stories we tell ourselves about our worth, capabilities, and place in the world. These scars often manifest in behavior. A person who hesitates to trust may be guarding a heart that was once broken. Someone quick to anger might be protecting themselves from the vulnerability they associate with past hurts. The overachiever striving tirelessly may be driven by an invisible fear of inadequacy, while the one who withdraws might be wrestling with feelings of rejection or unworthiness. Self-perception too is colored by these scars. They can distort how we see ourselves, acting as a filter through which we interpret our value and potential. What others view as strength, we might see as flaws. Compliments might feel undeserved, and opportunities might be overshadowed by the fear of failure or rejection. But yet these scars, while shaping us, do not have to define us. Healing begins when we bring these invisible wounds into the light, acknowledging their presence and the stories they carry. It is in this awareness that we can rewrite the narrative. To navigate the world with compassion is to remember that everyone carries a history unseen. A gentle smile, a kind gesture, or a patient ear can provide the safety someone needs to lower their guard and begin the journey of healing. Similarly, to approach ourselves with kindness is to embrace the truth that our scars are not evidence of weakness but of survival. As we heal, we learn that scars are not merely reminders of what we endured. They can also symbolize resilience. They are the marks of battles fought and lessons learned. And through them we gain the strength to shape a new self-perception, one rooted in self-acceptance and courage. Let us not fear the invisible scars, for they are part of our humanity. Instead, let us use them as stepping stones to understanding, connection, and growth. A smile can be one of the most beautiful expressions of humanity, a universal symbol of joy, warmth, and connection. But sometimes, behind that radiant exterior lies a depth of pain, unseen and unspoken. A smile can mask sorrow, conceal struggle, and serve as a shield against a world that may not be ready or willing to witness the truth. Recognizing the pain behind a smile is an act of profound empathy, one that invites us to look beyond appearances and connect with others on a deeper, more meaningful level. For many, smiling becomes a way of coping. It's a way to say, I'm okay, even when the heart is heavy. It can be a brave attempt to hold the pieces together, to find light amidst darkness, or to protect others from the burden of their inner turmoil. But the cost of this silent endurance can be immense. Carrying pain alone can isolate, leaving individuals feeling unseen and misunderstood, even when surrounded by people. To truly see the pain behind a smile requires us to slow down and be present. It means paying attention to the subtle signs, a hesitation in their voice, the way their eyes don't quite light up, or the moments when their smile fades when they think no one is watching. It calls for us to ask, how are you, really? And to listen without judgment when the truth emerges. This recognition isn't just about being there for others. It's also about creating a culture where vulnerability is not stigmatized but embraced. When people feel safe to share their struggles, they are no longer forced to wear a mask to be accepted. By acknowledging the pain behind the smile, we validate their experience and remind them that they don't have to carry their burdens alone. At the same time, we must look inward and recognize our own smiles that may hide pain. Self-awareness allows us to honor our emotions and seek the support we need, breaking the cycle of silence. It teaches us that we too deserve understanding and care. Recognizing pain behind the smile is a reminder of the human condition, how we all at some point carry unseen battles. A simple gesture of compassion can have a profound impact. A kind word, a genuine question, or a moment of undivided attention can provide the relief someone desperately needs. In a world that often values appearing strong, let us instead value being real. Let us commit to seeing one another fully, beyond the smiles, beyond the surface. Because when we do, we create a space where healing begins, connections deepen, and the weight of silent pain is lifted, one understanding heart at a time. Compassion is one of humanity's most profound and transformative gifts. It is the ability to feel and act upon the suffering of others with empathy, kindness, and a genuine desire to alleviate their pain. In a world often marked by division, misunderstanding, and silent struggles, compassion emerges as a bridge, a tool that connects hearts, fosters understanding, and initiates healing, both for others and ourselves. At its core, compassion is about seeing beyond the surface. It requires us to look past what people present to the world, their achievements, their confidence, or even their indifference, and to consider what they may be carrying within. Compassion doesn't ask, why are they acting this way, but rather, what might they be going through? This shift in perspective opens the door to understanding. That's when we approach others with compassion, we create a space where judgment is replaced with acceptance and shame is replaced with safety. In this space, people feel seen, heard, and valued, often for the first time. For someone who has been hiding their pain, this act of recognition can be profoundly healing. It tells them that they are not alone and that their struggles matter. Compassion also has the power to heal on a broader scale. It transcends differences, be they cultural, political, or personal, by focusing on our shared humanity. When we extend compassion, we acknowledge that pain, joy, fear, and hope are universal experiences. This understanding fosters connection, breaks down barriers, and builds communities rooted in mutual care